Hi everyone, I hope you're well. I thought I'd come along with a little video to show the kind of things that I do when I have a cold or a cough or my allergies are playing up. There are many medications that I can't take for health reasons, and also because I don't really like taking many medications, so I do a lot of like natural remedies as well as home remedies, and even using like gentler items. And I thought I'd also share like bits and pieces that I buy on news as well. But I just want to say, make sure you do your own research if you're going to try these things. I have to put that disclaimer in there. And also, if you're ill, it's best to go to a doctor to get medical advice. Also, I use many different essential oils, but for this video I tried to use essential oils that I knew were suitable for most people. But please remember that essential oils are not always suitable for everyone, especially if you're pregnant or for young children. So please do double check that these are suitable for you. But these are just the natural remedies that I thought would be nice to share. Okay, so one of the things that really helped me is steaming. So I just get some boiling hot water, be very careful, and I add a DIY essential oil blend. I just put the essential oils that I used up there. I use many different ones. That's the one that I used this time. And you just put a few drops in the boiling hot water. I then get a towel and I put it over my head, and then with the towel over my head I put my face over the steaming bowl and just allow the steam to build in the towel. It can get very hot and steamy under there. Yeah, my face looks funny. So you can take the towel off if you need to and then put it back on again. And I stay under there for about 2 minutes. As you can see from my face, it was very hot and steamy, but it's really good for my skin as well, because when my allergies or my cold plays up, my skin has issues, so this really helps my face as well. Another thing that helps are herbal teas. This one I'm showing you is lemon and ginger, and also honey really helps my throat. If you don't want to use honey, like if you're vegan, then please omit it. Another thing that helps when I'm not very well is the type of foods I eat. I know this might be self-explanatory, but I thought I'd share it anyway. The foods that you eat really do make a difference. So here I'm showing that I'm having some toast. I'm using wholemeal bread, which keeps it a bit healthier than the white bread. And I'm using nutritional yeast to up my B12. Also, fresh fruit, that really does help me. I definitely try to keep my fluids up, and water is so important because it really flushes all the toxins and the allergens out of your body. I often infuse water. This time I'm having some slices of cucumber, some lemons and some ice in there. I'm also having some fruit. Berries, red berries are very good for antioxidants. If you can have citric fruit, then it's really good as well, but I'm allergic to citrus, so I can't have oranges, but they're really good to boost your vitamin C. I'm having some kiwi fruit, which is really high in vitamin C as well. I find being comfortable and staying nice and warm helps, so I'm just showing you this cardigan that I'm using to keep nice and warm, and also blankets. Oh my gosh, I love blankets. This really helps me to feel better. Here are some things that you call Drugstore or Chemist essentials. Definitely a really good moisturizer. Some throat sweets or cough sweets. I have the sugar-free Halls ones, and this, oh my gosh, this Olbas inhaler is like the best thing. It's the thing I have all the time for allergies, colds, hay fever. I prefer it over the actual oil because you can carry this everywhere. It's more portable than the oil, and I find when I use the oil it gets on everything and it smells like everywhere. Another must-have for me is definitely a lip balm. I don't know about you, but my lips get so dry when I'm ill, so this is one that I've been using, and again it's got Manuka honey, so it's not vegan. And oh my goodness, these Kleenex balsam tissues, these are my all-time all time must have, because I find if I use any other tissue it makes my nose really sore. So balsam tissues, oh my gosh, number one. As I mentioned before, my face really does suffer when I'm ill. I find that my face can be quite dry and my skin feels like kind of dehydrated, and it can also be quite tight, the skin on my face. I'm not sure if you know what I mean, but it's really noticeable for me. So I use nice gentle things like this facial spritz. This is matcha and white tea. I also use rose water. It's really good and helps me a lot. This apricot oil, I'm actually nearly finished with this. It's really gentle. And funnily enough, I use my Hairlicious. I know it's a hair growth oil, but it's also such a really good enriched oil. It's got really good ingredients in there that also are so healing. And I use it on my areas that can become quite sore and chapped when I have a cold, like the side of my nose, the top of my lips. Also, sometimes I get some dry patches in my skin, which I use that on there as well. A facial oil that's been really helping me out is this Aldi Lacora Healthy Glow Rose Oil. This is the one that was the dupe for the Pixie one, but this, I'm telling you, it's been so good for my skin right now. When I'm not feeling well, using a diffuser or a dehumidifier is so honestly, it works so well. It helps me so much, especially with my hay fever or if my asthma's playing up. I find it really helps. My one I did get sent to me, I have to say that, but honestly I got it sent years ago and I use it all the time. They're really accessible now, and you can buy them on Amazon. You can get them from like Boots, Superdrugs. I think I've seen them in like supermarkets like Tesco, Sainsbury's, etc. I just love mine. Honestly, it makes me feel so much better, especially at night time when I can't breathe properly. And I just basically put the water in and add some essential oils. I use whatever blend I feel like using at the time, and it just helps so much. Also, they're really good even if you're not poorly. They're really nice to have to make you feel brighter, to enhance your moods. Like if you're down, it's really good. And also just as a fragrance, just to make the room smell nice, they're really good. And also if you've cooked something or there's like smells in the house, they're really good to have. My go-to meals when I'm not well, like for dinner, is soups, stews or broths. During the day I might have like clear broth, and that really helps. If I'm feeling nauseous or like I just don't want to eat anything, I'll have like a clearer I have like a clearer broth, or like something like chicken noodle soup, which is like really easy on my stomach. But if I want a more hearty meal, I'll add like noodles. So I'm just showing you here, I just made a kind of stew type broth kind of thing. It's kind of Korean inspired, and I added like noodles. I also added some Brussels sprouts and mushrooms and some peas, carrots, things like that. I really find when I have vegetables, it honestly, it makes me feel so much better. So the soups and the stews and the broths, because they're warm, it kind of helps my sinuses, it helps with my congestion, it helps on my throat. I just find that eating that type of meal is really nice when I'm ill, and it's also kind of comforting as well. So this one is kind of funny, but my cat always knows when I'm not well. He knows when I'm down and everything else, but especially when I'm not well, he always comes and snuggles up with me. If I'm lying down, he's very close to me, or he comes and lies on me or at the side of me, and I just love having them snuggles. It really helps. So my last tip is actually so important. It's one of the most important ones actually, and I find it really does help. In fact, you know, reading scriptures, chapters, etc., in my Bible. It's honestly, it really does uplift me. Sometimes when I'm very ill, it affects my mood as well, and it can make me feel really, really bad. Having scriptures just really does help. But also gospel music, just listening to something, you know, just hearing some nice worship music, it honestly really uplifts my soul, uplifts my spirit, makes me feel so much better. Music as a whole is really important to me. I just love music, and it really does help me through a lot of times. But worship music when I'm ill is key. Okay, so that's all of my little tips that I'm going to be sharing today. Thank you so much for watching. I am praying and hoping that you are well, that you are keeping well during this time. It's such crazy time, but I am truly praying for you all. Stay safe and stay well. Please do let me know if you've got any tricks that you use, any tips, advice, etc. Let us know in the comments of any natural remedies or home remedies that you have, any chemist or drugstore essentials that you use. Thanks again for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and I'll see you soon. Bye. A facial oil that's really, oh my gosh, dog, stop barking. A facial oil that's really been, dog. Oh my gosh, why are these people shouting and banging? I've got one little piece left. When I'm not feeling well, diffusing or using a oh my gosh, I can't even say the word.